has to try to work his way through the grueling bracket, through the grueling qualifier, but I'm here for it. We're all here for it, and here we go, spawning in the top left-hand corner. We have our next set of players here. We have our red Zerg player representing Starlight Twinkle. It is Wayne. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the Polish Zerg player, the blue Zerg representing Team Liquid. It is Elazer. We go. See in chat, Rainer's 50-50 man in WTL, Solo's no loot. I mean, despite that, if only reality is, if only Rainer had played in or just been able to perform a little bit better in Kung Fu Cups, and he probably would have made it through. Probably. We looked at these standings earlier, and its top 12 got invited, and Rainer was 13. He was placed 13 amongst all the players in WTL, and unfortunately that he just barely didn't make the cuts, just barely. So again, with that, he's gonna have to try to work his way through this bracket. Not gonna be an easy one. Do wish him the best. Likewise, wish the best to all the players here, whether it's Elazer, Wayne, Showtime, Hearthstone, Lambo, Spirit. So big names here, big names. Only one can make it through. Of course, Rainer is one of those names that does stand out, as he is one of the best Zergs in the world. But we'll see if he can make it through that European gauntlet. Until then, we have our ZvZs. We have our first mirror matchup, potentially only mirror matchup. We'll see. First mirror matchup here of the tournament. So far, it is going to be a Hatchgas pool out of Wayne. Likewise, Hatchgas pool out of Elazer as well. As we are going to be settling on into this. So far, no kind of major forms of aggression, no kind of major deviations for the time being. We should be working towards our third bases, and we should be throwing down baleen nests. Really, it's when the third is being taken that's when we're going to be seeing our first signs of aggression between our players. Elazer taking his third base. Likewise, Wayne shouldn't be too far behind either. Now, this map, Site Delta, is not a bad map for two-base play. The reason for this is because this is a very unique map where it actually has a ramp coming into the natural. I say unique, only Radisson Station. Radisson Station, that is the only other map that actually has this feature in this map pool. And it looks like Wayne is going to be going two-base. We're going for a second gas geyser and a lair. We should be walling off, and there we go. We are going to be just containing ourselves here onto two hatcheries. So Wayne looking to spice things up here in the early game. Likewise, Elazer skipping his baleen nest. He sees the lack of third base, doesn't see the wall, but he's fully aware that his opponent is playing two bases, and Elazer is beautifully cutting corners here. And if you noticed, Elazer, he cancelled link speed. He, of course, skipped his baleen nest as well. Elazer, he's racing his opponent into lair tech, into roach production. Now, we still don't know if Wayne is going into roaches or mutas. We can see that every gas geyser is being taken, and there it is. Spire is thrown down. It is going to be mutas out of Wayne. Really risky move here from Wayne. It can be very difficult to actually get away with this, but it looks like Elazer shouldn't be able to punish him. Elazer is rushing into roaches, this is true, but he's being very greedy, cutting a lot of corners, droning up, and yeah, not too sure if he's going to be able to really punish Wayne for being tech heavy himself. Wayne steps in, gets eyes on the tech, gets eyes on the droning, and also gets eyes on the timing of the lair as well. So Wayne is fully aware that his opponent did end up skipping link speed and cut all those corners that is getting to roaches. There it is, 6 roaches are on the way. Meanwhile, Wayne, his Spire is on the brink of finishing here. And he should be able to get into that Spire tech. Overseer is denied. We have link speed on the way, +1 melee as well, so it's going to be link muta. There are different kind of variations of muta play, and you could go muta into roaches and only enough mutas for map control, but with +1 melee, this looks like we want to commit to mass muta. It looks like we just want to double down and make as many mutas as possible, only links to support. Meanwhile, here we go, Elazer is going to be pushing. And with this timing, he should be able to deny the third base. I don't know if he can do any economic damage at the natural, but denying the third is going to be good enough. So roaches have arrived. The Ling's going to be moving out. And Wayne, with those Lings, he ignores the roaches, aware that he can't really touch them, and is going for a bit of a counterattack instead. He could find quite a bit of economic damage. Mutas have arrived. The roaches, they ignore the mutas. They go straight for the natural. The Lings are amassing. We do see Wayne trying to catch some reinforcements. Does catch a queen. He gets a queen. He gets a couple of roaches. Gets into the middle line, focusing down some of those drones. Not too bad. Keeping the attention of Elazer back at home. Wayne, he gets away with the third base, and he gets quite a lot of damage onto these roaches. A really nice moment here for Wayne. Getting a lot of value here. And Elazer, he wants that third. Again, this hatchery surviving is brutal. Elazer 100% could have killed this, but if you remember, he went towards the natural. He wanted to go for the kill move. He wasn't fully aware of the mutas. Elazer was punished for it, and now Wayne, not in a bad position. He's still down in workers, down by 4. Down by 3 even. But the mutas, they're looking for more damage. They get a kill on the drone, they get a queen that we can't transfuse. We don't have the energy for it. As mutas, they head into the natural and they find a couple of overlords instead, a +1 air attack. As we mentioned before, because of +1 melee, Wayne is massing mutas. Doubling down on muta production. Do we have a hydrogen? We do not. Uh-oh. Roach Warren is eventually going to be going down. So now just looking for more damage. We get a couple of drones. Oh, we catch a muta off of creep as well. High energy queen, and that's going to be too much already. GG gets called. Wayne takes game number 1. Oh my god. GG. I'll be honest, I think Elazer thought he started a Hydra Den, and because we were just gaining so much value there, there was no answer. There was nothing for Elazer whatsoever. He had no Hydras, he had no infestation pit, he was losing queens, and he lost his Roachborn. Like, he was just being picked apart there, and had no answer. He had no answer to the mass muta, was caught completely off guard with his pants down, and GG. A bit of an abrupt ending there, but yeah, Elazer just losing far too much and just, I guess, being caught off guard. I had assumed that, especially when he saw the timing of the third base, that mutas would have been on the mind, but even after he scouted the mutas, he just wasn't able to respond. He wasn't able to recover. GG. GG here. Wayne does take the first game. And now we're going to be getting ready for game number 2. Looks like our players are asking for a moment. They're asking for a small break, and we're more than willing to be appreciative of that and allow that, of course. But Wayne, he's going to be leading this series. Now, it is very important to bear in mind that Wayne, he is similar to Solar, a bit of a Serral sniper. He has defeated Serral before in ZvZs, which is why I would say that Wayne is a wild card. On paper, I would say that Raynor as well as Elazer are favorites in the other. Well, they have stronger ZvP and ZvT. I do believe that. I do believe that Elazer and Raynor, they have better matchups against other races. In ZvZ specifically, Wayne can cause upsets. And even though this is the same bracket as Elazer and Raynor, Wayne, if he can take down Serral, he can take down Raynor, he can take down anyone, essentially. Not just Serral, but we've casted Wayne take down Dark a couple of times in ESL Americas. In ESL Open Cup Americas, Wayne has defeated Dark multiple times, actually. You know, it's on our channel, we cover it on a weekly basis, and yeah, again, he is someone to not be taken lightly here, and can cause an upset. He can really shake up the bracket as well. Now, I'll be honest, now that I think about it, if we enter a world where Raynor fights against Wayne in the upper semifinals, it is very likely, if not guaranteed, that Raynor plays Protoss. I'm pretty sure he's going to be allowed to pick his race, and I'm pretty sure that Raynor would, if given the option, and I'm just speculating for now, but we'll see if this comes to pass. If they do face off, if Raynor has the option, I think he would prefer to play a PvZ instead of a ZvZ against Wayne. That could be in our future, but I'm getting ahead of myself because we're still mid-series. We're still getting into game number 2. And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Alcyone, we have the red Zerg player representing Starlight Twinkle. It is Wayne. And spawning. Oh, wait, let's go! Oh, we are clowning it up hard right now because spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, going for a 13-12 against a 12 pool. We have the blue Zerg player from Team Liquid. It is Elazer. It's been a while since I've seen a pro player, open up 13-12. I think the last time I saw this was Dark on... I want to say Dark on... What was the small map? It hasn't even been that long. The small map in the last map pool. Oh my god, I'm blanking on the name. But you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, this is wild here. 13-12s are not really seen very often at all, so I am caught a little bit off guard. Hold on, this is bothering me. I need to quickly check. It hasn't even been like a year. I'm thinking of Near Humanity. That's it. Near Humanity. That was a small map. Yeah, it's been months. Since I've seen a 13-12 at this level play, and here we go, League's moving out. So for those that are curious, Wayne is going for a more economic opener. A 12 pool is a way to be aggressive and to expand behind it. Meanwhile, a 13-12 is all in. 100% all in. We're rushing into link speed. We're rushing into a baling nest. Elazer has, of course, faster gas, better tech, and will eventually look to surprise his opponent. The hatchery is nowhere to be found. Wayne, he's now aware of what's going on, does run into all these lings, and Wayne needs to take a defensive position. He has to get the hell back home, and now he's on his way back. Spine Crawler on the way, Queens as well. Again, Wayne will not have link speed, he will not have bailings. He needs to defend, he needs to fight with his advantage, and that is going to be Queens and Spines defensively back at home. So Wayne is in a bit of trouble. Now, the upside is that Elazer is all in and Elazer's committed, so all Wayne has to do is survive, but that is easier said than done. There it is, Bailings are on the way. Bailings are in production. Wayne, of course, has eyes on this, is going to pull back. Spine Crawler waddling to the low ground. Link speed going to be kicking in as well. I'm loving the positioning on top of the ramp as well. Creating a bit of a choke point. Good hold position with those lings. Another queen is on the way. We do focus down the Bailings. We do focus them down, but one queen will fall. Spine Crawler barely does survive. Another queen waddles towards the low ground. Additional queens are in production. So far, we are holding. But again, Wayne has to be very careful to overextend. Behind this, Elazer's droning. Oh my god. Elazer is going to be droning on up. And so far, clutch transfuse. Bailey going to be going off. We do take down the Spine Crawler, but only the Spine Crawler. As both players are saturating their bases, Wayne is in a better position. He has been able to drone up a little bit harder. And I'm really curious to see what kind of direction Wayne takes us in. Oof. Has really good control here out of Wayne, making use of this Zelnaga tower. Let's go, reducing as much surface area as he can. Rest of the links get across the map, and can we kill some drones? We ignore the natural, we go straight into the main base. Elazer racing back home. Can we focus down any of these workers? We do disrupt the mining. Okay, this is all we need to do. Disrupt the economy here of Elazer. Behind this, Wayne should be playing 2 base. Remember, Wayne doesn't have any gases. Because of a 12 pool, 0 gases, his goal here is to wall off on 2 bases and to get to roaches. Or, if Wayne wanted to, he could go into mutas again. One or the other. But essentially, Elazer is free to drone back at home. He's still behind in the economy. He still has to catch back up in some way. The goal base would be a good way for Elazer to catch up in this game. As Wayne is taking all of his gases, walling off as well. Wayne is very much so in control of this game. And with this faster Roach War, and this should just be straight up Roach play out of Wayne. He could still try to spice it up with mutas, but unnecessary at this point. Really, my eyes are on the Elazer. We spoke about it. Okay, gold base is on the way. This is how we come back in this game. The gold is a good first step. But outside of that, do we try to take a risk and go into mutas? Do we go into roaches instead, which I feel like would be a more secure way to play this out? We have a fast Evo chamber behind this for +1. Gases are finally being taken. Again, Elazer is still one step behind. There it is. We have range on the way. That is confirmation that Wayne does indeed want to focus on roach production. There it is. Roach horn on the way for Elazer. And this entire time, Elazer is just playing from one step behind. Lee's going to be coming in. But we have roaches. Yeah, plenty of roaches in position. And Elazer's going for an all-in. We do have +1 carapace on the way. So this is going to be a Ling roach all-in out of Elazer. It's going to be saturating his gold. That is true. So we'll see how hard we do saturate these bases. But typically, +1 carapace does signify +1 carapace timing with just Lings and Roaches and Ravagers. We don't really intend to have the game go on much longer. Good scout from Wayne. Does get eyes on the gold. Gets eyes on the timing of the lair as well. Yeah, and as you can see here, we're not really fully saturating our natural. We're not taking these additional gases. We are amassing Lings. Likewise, Wayne amassing roaches. And oh no! No! Who is it? As it looks like we have some latency issues with one of our observers. But here we go, the Roach Highway. The creep highway has been set up. Wayne is pushing right towards that gold base. We do have a massive amount of Lings though. Oh, that is a lot of Lings. They're looking for an engage. They're looking for a surround. I'm loving these Ravagers though. They are morphed in. Queens come in for some clutch transfuse, and we will clean up every single one of these Lings. +1 carapace isn't done, not yet. And it looks like, yeah, Wayne, he takes control of the gold base. And this hatchery is going to be going down. From here, Wayne, he's just amassing more roaches. And GG gets called. Elazer not able to get into his game, not able to get into his own +1 timing. And Wayne will take the 2-0. GG. GG. Very well played here by Wayne. I was definitely, favoring him coming into this series, but I was not expecting a 2-0. I was not expecting a 2-0 out of Wayne. So very nicely done here. He will advance on to the semifinals, where he's going to be waiting for quite some time, as we do have a lot of matches that are ongoing.